What ingredients would you put on your perfect pizza? Anything you want, but automatic. You got the dough, you got the pizza sauce, and you have lots of cheese. What else would you put on it?
Sausages. Not the big one, just the small one that sell in the shop in front of my school.
Little ones, so like the mini hot dogs almost.
With the pineapples.
Apple?
I love pineapples.
Me too.
With sour flavor.
And pineapple and the sour flavor, you mean? Okay. So you'd have sausage, pineapple. What else?
Nothing else.
No mushrooms?
No mushrooms.
No olives?
No olives.
Onions?
No onions.
Tomatoes?
I did like the simple one.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Where are you? I don't see you. That's not you. I know it's not you.
Hello.
Good morning from Canada. Holy, it is
you. From Vietnam.
It's you from Vietnam. It does look like you. You got the same hair and you got big little eyes and pretty smile. That is you. That's a cartoon picture of you. You look exactly the same.
No, it's just the image that I generate in an AI app.
Oh, you made that picture, that app, that avatar, that picture?
Yeah.
Let's see it again. Show me again. Turn your camera off for a minute. I'm really impressed. Wow, you created that. Holy macaroni. That's really good, Lily.
I didn't draw it, but I just generated it on AI.
Right, just created them. Oh yeah, well, I'm trying to learn how to do those things. Okay, back to you. But it does look like you. It does look like you. It's a cartoon version of you. You'll have to call that image Lily. No, that's really good. I'm trying to learn. You have a talent with art and you're playing with all the AI stuff and the artificial intelligence and now the image creation and all that. Keep doing it because it's going to help you in the future. Absolutely. All right. Today we are going to do our Interest 17 test. This is the second time you do this because you ended up joining that group again. So you're a little bit higher than them. But that's okay because we still get to practice and I change a lot of the words and now I'm starting to change a lot of the reading. Similar topics, but different material. So you're still getting lots of practice. So we're going to do our upper A2 test, which I know you're going to ace. No problem. And I changed the questions. We're going to talk about what it's like being a kid a little bit because we talked about some teenagers and what the problems they have and their worries growing up. Because it's different for teenagers and kids, for adults and older people. Like my dad, he doesn't have a worry in the world. I don't care. Okay. And then we talked about breakfasts and different meals, popular breakfasts around the world. So we'll talk a little bit about food and some of the foods we like. And then I thought we would do the literature lesson and the Aikensuke, that Japanese soldier that was stranded on an island. And then the little boy, Michael, ends up being there with him. So we'll read that in our lesson review, reading review. So with all that being said, do you have your test papers?
No. My mom suddenly told me that today I've got a test.
I told you today you have a test. You know today you have a test. I told you last week today you have a test.
But I don't know what time.
You don't.
I thought that the test will in Friday.
Would be on Friday. Why would you think the test would be on Friday? Our classes are Wednesdays.
I don't know.
I have other classes on Wednesdays. Advanced reading. Sheesh. I'm going to do a reading class with that book. Miss Lei found the book, Aikensuke, the Kensuke Kingdom. So I'll invite you. I think it's going to be on Sundays, but I really want to read that book with all the B1, B2 students. So I'll let you know about that. Okay, let's get started because I know you're going to do really well. Okay, now in our part one, we're going to talk about being a kid and being a teenager. Are you a kid?
I don't know.
Not sure. Are you a teenager yet? No, you're 12.
No.
Right? You're 12?
I was born in
December.
2011.
You'll be 12 this month, right? Because you're December 24th.
Yeah.
Right. And Paris is 9 or 10?
She's 9.
She's 9. Okay, I thought she was 10. All right. So the first question in social interaction for interest 17 is going to be, what would you do if you failed an exam?
I won't do anything. I just gonna try better in the next exam.
Have you ever failed an exam before?
Let me remember. No, I haven't.
No, I didn't think so. So what happens if you get a bad score? Does your mom or dad get upset?
Of course, my mom will get upset and shout me.
Shout at me? You can't shout me. You have to shout at someone. Scream at someone. Yell at someone. Talk to someone, not talk someone. Don't forget. Okay. All right. So that's it. You would just not worry about it and focus on the next one. I agree. That's what you should do. Try to figure out why you did bad on the test and then make adjustments and make sure it doesn't happen again. What about when you're in school and, sometimes some people are friends, some people are acquaintances, but sometimes people don't like us. What would you do if someone in your school didn't like you?
Having someone hate us is a normal thing. I ignore them.
Just ignore
There are
them.
many people hate me at school. Some of them I ignore. Some of them I don't know why.
So just ignore them.
No, some of them are jealous of me, but some other people I don't know why.
Oh, okay. So some because they're jealous of you because you have good marks, or you're a good drawer.
Yeah, maybe that.
It happens. It happens. It's normal. I know when I went to school, yeah, you have your friends, but it seems like a lot of people don't like you. I think it's kind of the social, like at that age, it seems that way. And it's different because when you're a teenager and you're a kid, when you go to school, you meet hundreds of people. But when you finish school, it's like some of your friends stay friends, but many of them you don't see again or you don't hear from them again. But when you're at work and you're living your life, it's a much smaller group of people. So you're not around hundreds of people all the time. So it's a very, very difficult and confusing time in our life. But that's good. Just ignore them. There's no point worrying about people that have a problem with you. Usually when they have a problem with you, they have a problem with themselves. So focus on yourself. Good. So you don't worry about people that don't like you. That's good. What do you often worry about?
I don't worry about anything. Just after exam, I worry about my score.
Don't worry about what the score will be. You don't worry about your English class with Trevor?
Just sometimes. Nearly the exam or test day.
Yeah, I don't think so, because you don't even prepare your test paper. And that's like 3 or 4 tests in a row now. I don't think you're too worried about your English test. I don't believe it. Are you ready for topic 2?
Yeah.
Okay. See, you're not worried at all. Topic 2, we're going to talk about meals because we talked, well, not a lot, but we had a couple of lessons where we talked about different foods and different habits and dinner, what dinner is and supper and lunch. Do you remember? Right? We have breakfast, lunch, supper, and dinner. What's the difference with dinner?
I think dinner is the biggest meal of the day, and it's also the most important.
Absolutely. It can be at lunchtime or it can be at supper time in the evening. It's different where you are. Usually when you're a student, often your dinner is in the evening because at school you don't have your big meal, usually. But in the Mediterranean and many places, the biggest meal is lunchtime. I always eat my biggest meal at lunchtime, and then at nighttime I just eat small things. Yeah, that's right. So what do you think is a healthy breakfast, in your opinion?
I think in a healthy breakfast, there's some food that provides you enough nutrients and energy for the day.
That's what Milo said. But what would the food be? What is it you would make? If you wanted to make your mom and dad a nice healthy breakfast this Sunday morning, what would you make them? Fried chicken?
No,
Darn.
maybe just eggs, or we will go out and eat some Vietnamese beef noodle.
Beef noodle with some eggs and juice. Is that one of your favorites? Beef noodle and eggs? Is that one of your favorites?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, if the noodles are from a good source, especially if they're homemade, good beef, very good. So that's a healthy breakfast. Describe your favorite meal. Let's say you and your mom tonight. Well, did you already eat dinner or not yet?
I had my dinner.
Oh, you had your dinner. Okay, so let's say Friday night. Mom says, we're going to make a fancy dinner. You choose. What would your favorite meal be? What would it be?
Maybe just rice with steak, eggs, and some vegetables.
I am a huge steak fan. I miss my steak so much. I want to eat steak every day. I think it's one of the most nutritious meals you can have. It's so good for you. Some people say it's bad for you, red meat, but I don't agree. How do you like to cook your steak?
I don't know how to cook it.
You don't know how to cook a steak? Oh, I wish I had my restaurant. I'd make you a steak. I like a steak on a fire with some salt and pepper and some herbs and spices, maybe some garlic and some rosemary or thyme. And I like to make the outside kind of burnt. It's called seared, so it's kind of dark, but then the inside's still juicy, so it keeps all the juice inside. And not bloody, but a little bit pink. And that's called medium or medium rare. That's how I like my steaks.
And do you eat steak with coriander leaves?
Yes. Coriander. Not usually. I can, but usually I try to use rosemary, which is a little piney one, or it's called thyme. Thyme? No, I got that wrong. There's two herbs that are most popular for cooking steak. You should put some butter on the steak, salt and pepper. You should put some garlic on it. And then it's rosemary. I think it's called thyme. And that kind of brings out a really nice flavor. But coriander, I think we had that with soups and we had that with salads and some other dishes. But I don't think I did it with thyme. Did you eat your steak with thyme, with coriander?
Usually not.
Usually not. Do you cook it on a fire or do you cook it in the frying pan, or how does your mom and dad cook the steak?
In the frying pan.
In the frying pan. Okay. Yeah, I love steak. All right, let's go to It could be healthy or it could be not so healthy, right? Because if you eat pizza in a restaurant or at Lotteria, that's all processed food. That's not good. But if you make the dough at home and you make the tomato sauce, spaghetti pizza sauce, and all that yourself, then it can be healthy. What ingredients would you put on your perfect pizza? Anything you want, but automatic. You got the dough, you got the pizza sauce, and you have lots of cheese. What else would you put on it?
Sausages. Not the big one, just the small one that sell in the shop in front of my school.
Little ones, so like the mini hot dogs almost.
With the pineapples.
Apple?
I love pineapples.
Me too.
With sour flavor.
And pineapple and the sour flavor, you mean? Okay. So you'd have sausage, pineapple. What else?
Nothing else.
No mushrooms?
No mushrooms.
No olives?
No olives.
Onions?
No onions.
Tomatoes?
I did like the simple one.
Yeah. No, that would be good. Beef and pineapple. I like the onions and stuff on there, but so have you had the Hawaiian pizza, which is not beef? It's ham, it's pork and pineapple.
Did I make it in Newway Center?
Yeah, we had the Hawaiian in Newway Center. Yeah, yes, we did at Cowboys.
I love it.
You've had it at Newway. Oh, all right, Cowboys. Okay. Yeah, we had a lot of pizza.
I also bought Hawaii pizza outside, and it tastes not too yummy.
That's because it's processed. The cheese is fake. The sauce is like ketchup, and the dough is pre-made. That's why it's not so good. And then even the meat is kind of like, nah. See, we made the dough fresh ourselves with Hung and all the girls that worked there. We made our own pizza sauce, and we imported all our ham and beef and bought everything fresh. So ours were more expensive, but they were much healthier. Yeah, that's right. I forgot. You used to come to Cowboy sometimes. Did you have the bacon cheeseburger pizza, the BCB?
No.
That one was really popular. The three that were very popular were the BCB, the bacon cheeseburger pizza, unbelievable. The hot dog pizza with corn, and the Hawaiian pizza, which we had ham. We did have some onions, pineapple, lots of pineapple, and we had a little bit of chili pepper just to make it a little bit spicy. Those were the most popular. I miss my restaurant. I want it back. When I go back to Asia in 2025, I'm opening up another Cowboys. And Lily will come work with me because she's good on computers. All right. We're going to go to our reading comprehension, part 2. You ready?
Maybe yes or no.
Too bad. We're doing it anyway.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so we reviewed about Michael Morpurgo. Who is Michael Morpurgo? Can you tell me about that guy? Tell everybody watching on YouTube who the heck this guy is. I never heard of him.
I don't know.
What do you mean you
I
don't?
forget about the informations.
Yeah, to see, that's what the problem when you don't have your book, then you don't know what you read. Oh, Lily, you got to have your test paper. That's why I attached the writing and the stories to the test paper, so you have it. Well, what do you know about him? What did he do? Why is he famous?
He was in the army.
Okay, that was part of his career. He was in the army.
He wrote stories for children.
Mm-hmm.
And then he owned a farm where children can go there and enjoy life in the countryside.
All right. Well, see, the first question I asked was, who was Michael Morpurgo? And you were supposed to say, he is a British author who writes children's books. And then the second question was, what careers did Michael have? After studying French in university, he became an officer in the army. And then what did he do? After
And
that,
then he's a teacher.
He became a teacher, and then he became
An author.
Then he became an author. Yeah, after 10 years of teaching, I think. And then the last question was, why did Michael and his wife buy a farm? And you just said he bought a farm and made a charity. So, messed up all my three questions. It's because of Paris. I know it's Paris's fault. Unbelievable. So that's it. What? Why did they buy a farm? They want to be farmers?
No, they just make a charity and then want children to come and take care of the animals.
Yeah, to give the kids a chance to come out to the farm and the countryside and see what it's like raising animals and things like that. That's right. You messed up all my questions. Unbelievable. We're going to Kensuke's island now and his kingdom. All right, fix your camera just a little bit. I want to see the top of your shoulders because then I can put yeah, perfect. Just a little bit of white makes the picture so much better. See the difference? That's like taking a photo when your face is down here. Oh, you want to take a picture here? All right, we're going to go to Kensuke's island again. I'll share this with you. Oh, where are you? Where are you, Kensuke? All right. So that was Kensuke's Kingdom. I really want to do a class where we can read it together. Would you like to read that book with us?
Yes, it sounds interesting.
It does. I have the book now. I'm going to review it. And if I can do it, I'm going to run the class on Sunday and I'll let you know about it because I'd like you to come read it with us. All the B1, B2 students. So our questions about Kensuke's Kingdom. Number one was, why was the old man angry?
He said no fire. Because the man make a fire on his island.
He was angry about the fire. That's right. He did not want... Well, Michael's a boy. He fell off the boat with his parents and then he washed up ashore. So he was stranded on that island. But Michael, the boy, was a bit confused. What language did Michael think the old man was speaking?
Chinese or Japanese.
It was Chinese or Japanese. He wasn't sure. Yeah. So the old man on the island is yelling at him in Chinese or Japanese, which I'm pretty sure it was Japanese because I think in the story he's a Japanese soldier. Now I did talk about it in the class, but do you remember why did Kensuke say, "My island, no fire, tabata, no fire"?
Because the man doesn't want him get out of his island.
Why? Why doesn't he want to get off the island? What's he afraid of?
Afraid of someone seeing. Sorry.
Who? Okay. Well, first of all, the old man, who is he? Do you remember in our conversation in class? Why was he on that island?
He just woke up and then see him on an island.
No, the boy woke up and then found the food and he knew he wasn't alone. And then later when he made a fire, then he saw the old man, "Dabada, no fire, dabada," scuttling up the beach towards him, angry, right? But the old man was also on that deserted island. Why was he there? What happened to him? Do you remember from our conversation in class? You don't remember. That's when you were playing video games. Because he was a pilot for the Japanese army. And in World War II, 80 years ago, which is when this story takes place. Oh, no, I mean, that's not when the story takes place. He crashed his plane and he was stranded on the island. But because he was on the island, no radio, no TV, no handphone, he thought World War II was still happening. He thought the Japanese were fighting the Americans and the British. So he didn't want the fire because he was afraid the enemy would find him. So that's why he was scared. He didn't know that the war was over. But that wasn't in the reading. That was just from the conversation we had after. All right. Minus 10 points for comprehension. Minus 10 points. Minus 10 points for memory. Minus 10 points for no book. Minus 10 points for no test papers. Minus 10 points for saying, I don't know. Minus 10 points. Oh my God. So that gives you 40%. Now your mom's going to be happy. I'm just kidding. But from now on, Lily, you got to make sure if you don't print the book, I know sometimes the kids don't print the books. And at your level, it's okay because you can follow along fine. But when we do the test, you have to get the test papers printed because it gives you the reading and stuff. And you have to read it like one time before the class just to be prepared. Okay.
It's because my mother said that I have a test today suddenly, so I cannot print the paper.
You're going to be 12 this month, right? So I'm going to give you a really important lesson of life. Don't blame other people. Take responsibility. Go to Trevor Dollemont Facebook and make friends. And that way you get updates. And if you have a question, you can ask me, not your mom.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Lily. We're going to do Interest 18 next Wednesday. So I will see you then. Bye-bye. Good job.